Okay guys, welcome back. In this tutorial I'm going over an alternative method for rigging a hand and an arm. I've just got a very base skeleton that I've built out here. Okay, very simple. So this is an example that I've already created. I'm going to delete this example shortly and we'll build it from scratch. So I have a wrist control to control the hand, and also a whole bunch of controls for each finger. Okay, each of those, which you can move manually, or on the wrist I have a thumb control here, which is a attribute, and I can move it like that from 0 to 1. Okay, so that's what we'll be creating. Let's go for it. So first off, I'll just delete this one and then we will move straight into it. Okay. So next up, what we're going to do is, as you notice here, I've deleted all the controls and we're starting from scratch. So first let's create the wrist control up here. Now I will want to mention that I am using a script from highend3d.com. Here it is. It's called Control Maker. It's a great little script you guys can use. Download that from highend3d.com and it's called Control Maker. Okay, and you just open that script up in your script editor and simply run the script file, save to shelf. I've saved it up here. Here's the script itself, and I just went file, save script to shelf. Okay, so here it is. So you guys can see it quickly, and so we'll run this shortly. For now I'll just show you the fingers. Here they are. So fingers, finger 1, finger 2, finger 3, 4 and finger 5 down the bottom here. So we're interested in creating controls for finger number 1. I'll open that up and I've named each one L underscore finger and finger 1, and then joint 2, 3 and 4, and make sure you get your naming conventions correct. Okay, they need to be individuals or custom for each individual one. Get your naming conventions correct right from the start. Okay, I use L underscore because then I can simply do a search and rename, and I could just do L underscore and change that to R underscore, and that will replace them if I wanted to for the right side. Okay, all right, let's carry on. So let's create our first set. So I'm going to select these ones like that. Actually, I'm going to grab that one, and that one. I don't really need the end one. And I'm going to change from cube to circle. And the size, I'll go say 0.6. I'll make them red color. And I'm interested in the orient constraint only for this one. I'll hit snap. There we go. So simple as that. Now these are actually orientated, so they rotate it. Orient constrained, sorry. Fantastic. And you'll do the same for all the other fingers. For this tutorial, once again, I'm only generating the one finger. It just takes too long for me to repeat the same process. Let's create the wrist control. So I'll select the wrist. Here's the wrist. And then I'll go circle again. This time I'll make it larger, say 4, and I'm not interested in orientating it, just snapping it. Right, snap. There we go. And you can rotate a control over here 90 degrees. Cool. Alright, now I'm going to right click that and control vertex just to bring these in a bit. A little bit of custom shaping. Why not? And bring that in a bit too. So you can have a bit of fun with that. And I'll bring these ones out. That'll do. Let's carry on. And good idea to name this L underscore wrist con for control. Okay. So now I want the wrist to follow that. So I will use an orient. So I could select this and then shift select this one. And I'm just going to go up here and constrain orient and maintain offsets on, add. So now I should be able to grab this and it should orient it, and it does. And one last thing is I do not have an IK handle on my elbow and arm here, so I'll create that. I'll go skeleton, create IK handle. I'll go from the shoulder, not from the clavicle, from the shoulder to the wrist. So now I should have a, here we go, there it is. Okay. And I will parent constrain, or point constrain even, that IK handle to the control. So I'll select the control first, grab that IK handle, and I'll go constrain, point constrain, maintain offset, there we go, and I should be able to test that, and there we go, and rotate it, fantastic, bring that back into place, good. Now let's carry on. Okay, it is a bit oversized, but that's okay. Alright, we'll just leave it at that. So I've created all my controls, they're in place. I can now close this one. So the next step is to have a control inside our wrist controls, a bunch of attributes that will actually rotate all of these joints at the same time. So let's say we wanted to form a fist, for example. You want all of these to rotate into a fist position. So we want the fist sort of movement. So we'll do that on this one first. So to achieve that, one, I'll select the wrist, and we need to create an attribute in our channel box. To create an attribute, you go Edit, Add Attribute. Okay, and we'll give it a name, being that this is our thumb. I'll just call this one thumb. And a minimum value of 0. A maximum value, I'll go 1, and the default will be 0. And you click Add, and you'll notice straight away on the right hand side down the list we have thumb. Okay, I could create another one if I wanted to, maybe middle, for middle finger, and 0, just to show you guys, 1, 0, add. Now I've got 2. Okay, so very powerful, these attributes. You could create attributes to control many different things on a character. Okay, you could turn it on and off, make it visible, invisible, etc. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to connect that thumb attribute into rotate these. So to do that, there's several possible ways, and we're going to do it through what's called the node editor. So we'll come up here into Windows, Windows, node editor. I'll just clear that, go plus, and there they are. So, oops, we have a rotate, and a rotate. Put them in the right order just so you can see them better. And we have a wrist connect. We don't need the shape. So bye-bye. Okay, now if you hit number 3, by selecting them all, you hit number 3, and it opens them up. Okay, so once again we've selected 1, 2, 3, the the rotates, and we selected our wrist control, and we open them up inside the node editor. Now what we're interested in doing is connecting the rotate value inside here of each one. Whoops, open that up, open each one up, the rotates, notice the Z, and it should be the Z axis. We'll have a quick look, and we can see that by hitting rotate here, rotating one, you'll notice it's the Z rotational value. It's moving up in our channel box. See that? So that's the one we want to control. So here's the Z, and what we're interested in is our wrist control, the thumb, remember? So I'll grab the output of the thumb and drag that up into the rotate Z of this one, and it creates this little conversion. We're going to use that shortly. Just quickly, we're nearly done, by the way. Okay, so nearly done. This is great, this little conversion. We'll use that. Now let's do it again for the same with the other two here. So I'll drag it across to the Z, let it go, and drag this over a bit just so you guys can see it a bit easier. Oops, oops. And one more, this one, which is our third one. So drag the thumb, bring it over, get that out of the way just for now, just so you guys can see it. I'll drag it, left mouse button, drag over to rotate Z, let go. So now we've got 3 of these rotates. Okay, and if I were to click on one of these and go to my attribute editor, see, 1, 2, 3, what we need to do is increase the value of this unit conversion from factor of 0.17.0 to 1. Change that to 1 for each of them. This way it'll just increase the value a little bit more when we rotate. At the moment it's just rotating very, very slowly. And now we can test it. So select our wrist control, grab our thumb, and hey, it works, but hey, it's going in the wrong direction. That's an easy fix. Just come back to each of those conversions in the attribute editor and type -1, -1, enter, -1, and another -1. Okay, let's take it for another spin. I'll select that wrist control, make sure I'm in the channel box, because that's where my attribute is. Select the thumb. Hey, that's working better. Now if you wanted to, if you thought, oh, it's not rotating far enough, you just increase the value of some of these. Maybe I wanted this one to rotate more, the second one. I could go to that attribute for that rot, the second one, this one. And maybe I'll just go 1.5. There, it rotated more then. What about this one? Which would be the third one, I believe. 1.5. There, did you notice that? So come back, and I can come back to my control. Here we go. And that's it, fantastic, that's working. So you need to repeat that process for all the other fingers. Okay, and you'll notice we have that one's working, our thumb's working. By the way, when I select the thumb attribute, I select the word, the type, and then I middle mouse click and drag left and right inside my viewport. Okay guys, hope that helps, and catch up in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.